Hi guys, welcome back to the Couch Crocheter, episode 31. Because apparently in my world we go from 28 to 30 to 31. 29 doesn't exist. I have some finished objects for you guys that I just wanted to share. Hi guys, and welcome to episode 31 of the Couch Crocheter. I wanted to go over one pattern in particular that I'm doing 3 times. So I've had one heck of a week. Let me start from the last time that I left off with you guys. We did go to the festival. It was, oh my goodness, what festival was it? Grateful Get Down. We went to Grateful Get Down. It was amazing. Cabinet played on Friday and Saturday. We met up with some old friends. We met up with some newer friends. We made some brand new friends. We really just relaxed and enjoyed ourselves. And I did 0 crocheting while I was there, which, I think for this particular time, it's a good thing. Like, there was no downtime for me. It was just, we had a great time. Our setup was amazing. Our neighbor was awesome. That was where the new friend came in. He was awesome. His wife, 7 months pregnant, out there at a festival. And she was a trooper. I think she handled it better than I did, quite frankly, with the heat. We fed them steaks and burgers, and they were awesome. Again, we met up with some old friends. It's just an awesome setting, and we had such a great time. So we come back on Sunday. So Sunday I come home. Now you have to know that I have 2 kitties. I have Indica, who is my little stubborn one, and then I have Schmores, who is my princess. So we came home on Sunday. Indica was there. So was Schmores. They greeted us as we came down the driveway and everything was good. So then Monday, I woke up. I couldn't find Indy. Schmores was there, but I couldn't find Indy. And keep in mind that we do live on a farm setting with a farm. So they are outdoor cats, but they're not feral whatsoever. They are both very domesticated, very spoiled, very coddled, very loved. So I come home. He was there, and then I couldn't find him. I went around all the property line, went driving around in the Subaru, yelling his name, looking for him. Couldn't find him. Then I went to work Monday night, came home Tuesday morning, couldn't find him again. Again, went searching for him. Went to work Wednesday night. Went to work Tuesday night, came home Wednesday morning. And I came home and, Schmores was acting funny, and so on a hunch, I just followed her because she was acting like really particular. And she led me right to my little baby boy, who unfortunately was attacked by a fox. I'm going to try to get through this without bawling. The fox did end up ripping his stomach open. When we found him, he was already injured, what the vet had said, for at least 3 days. So I'm thinking right when we went to work Sunday night, it may have happened. We did take him to the vet. He did have to have emergency surgery. He is in recovery right now. He is split on his belly. He's got 2 tubes going on and a couple of drainages. We are at a hotel right now, so we can be in air conditioning because our home currently doesn't have air conditioning, and I was worried about the heat and that enabling his recovery. So he has a bed on top of he has his bed that he loves and lays in, and that's sitting on top of the hotel bed. But that's just what I've been doing since I've been home from the festival. Literally, we had the time of my life, not the time of my life, but a very good time. And came back on such a high and refreshed and recouped and regenerated, and a new little pep in our step too, coming home and finding my baby boy not quite doing so well. So again, he is getting better. We do have another doctor's appointment on Tuesday, which today's Sunday. It is July 4th. Oh, so happy July 4th, guys. Happy Independence Day. So we do have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday to go out and hopefully get his tubes removed and then, you know, get them stitched up and see how everything's going with all of his stitches. So I did end up crocheting 2 things while we've been at the hotel, just because I have to be up to watch him, give him his meds, you know, clean his belly. They say, you know, just rotate the tube just a wee bit, or like wiggle the tube to make sure drainage comes out. He's on 2 different kinds of medication, so I have been working. I have been taking care of the house at home still because we still have animals there. Taking care of Indy. You know, Honey is with me and he has to go to work too. So that's why A, I have not been around for a week, and B, I have nothing else to show you other than one pattern that I have done, 2 complete objects, and I'm going to throw in another one that I started. So here we go, guys. So this pattern, let me tell you, I am loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. It's simple, it's easy, it's beautiful. I think it's elegant. I have made it in a 5-weight bulky. I've made it in a number 2 fine. And now I am currently making it in a number 4 medium. Just for variety of the textures. And honestly, like the first one that I'm going to show you, I brought with me to the festival just in case I did have some downtime, some alone time. You know, wasn't hanging out, just wanted to clear my mind, which I thought I would do a little bit more of, but I really didn't because the friends really stepped up. Again, we really had an amazing time this last weekend. So I didn't even get to work on it. So that's what I grabbed here from headquarters before I left. So then once I got back and, you know, I couldn't find any, and I started working with this particular yarn. So I'm just going to go over it. Again, my mind is scatterbrains, and I'm very sorry, guys. I've just had a very rough week, but I'm here. And he's going to be okay, and life will continue to go on, and we're going to continue trucking away and saving money for our house. So just bear with me. This episode, maybe the next episode, I might not be myself. So this is what I grabbed here from headquarters before we left to go to the festival. The yarn is called Awesome Ombre. It is yarn weave from Hobby Lobby. The Hobby Lobby haul that I just did with the orange sticker sale. So I'm going to go over the specs with you real quick. It is 3.5 ounces, 435 yards. The name of it is Orchid. I did use 1 ball. The fiber content is 75% acrylic, 15% nylon, 10% wool. I did end up using a K hook, even though I think on the thing it says to use a H, I believe. Now the pattern is by Fiber Flux, and I love her YouTube channel, and I love her, and she's amazing. And this one is called How to Crochet the Tea Leaves Scarf, and it is episode 353. Now, like I said, I've loved it so much, and I needed something. At first, I had this in my playlist to do, and as soon as I'd gotten this yarn from Hobby Lobby, I knew that at least one of the balls, I wanted to make this pattern out of it. So then I made this, and then the Indy incident happened. My little baby boy's tummy tuck. Basically, not to digress off of yarn to go back to Indy, but I was really upset. And my vet, her name's Vet Jen. I love her. She is from Adamstown Veterinarian Hospital. I've taken all the animals there on the property. Um, and they've known Matt's family for a long time, and his mom takes all of her animals there, and great vet. But at the end, I was really, really upset. And she's the kind of person like I am. Like, if there's a dark situation or something really stressful going on, at the end of it, once I like vent and get everything out, like I try to be a little funny, have a little joke, find a little humor in it, lighten up the situation a little bit. Sometimes it backfires on me. It's not always appropriate, but that's just the way it is, and that's just me. And people know it, and they love me anyway. So where was I going with this? Oh my goodness. VetGen. Oh yeah. So she basically told me at the end of all this, his surgery was great, blah, 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 blah. I'll tell you all the instructions because you're probably not going to remember anything I tell you right now other than this. And I was like, what's that, Doc Jen? And she said, basically, Dawn, you need to look at it that you just paid for a celebrity tummy tuck for your cat. I just paid for a tummy tuck for my cat. Like, that doesn't sound right. And it did make me laugh, and it did make me, giggle for just a moment. And it did, kind of break the tension of the conversation, even though it was good news that his surgery went well. But that's just Doc Jen. But yeah, so basically I paid for a tummy tuck for my cat. Anywho, so then the Indy situation happens, and I did not want to come back up here because he was in surgery for almost 5 hours. The fox, anywho, he was in surgery for about 5 hours. So I wasn't coming up here. I, didn't crochet then. Then the next day after he came home, we did take him right to the hotel because I needed to be in air conditioning and I needed to be a little bit more room than our current living situation has. So I just blindly grabbed when I was packing up the house. After I dropped him off at the hotel, I went back to the house, packed up. Honey stayed with him. And I just blindly grabbed whatever was in that bin that I have at home. And it just happened to be the next one, which is Lion Brand's Scarfie. The color that I just blindly grabbed out of that tote is taupe and charcoal. So I'll go over the specs of this with you. It's 150 grams, 5.3 ounces, 312 yards, or 285 meters. I did use one skein of it. Lion Brand's Scarfie is 78% acrylic and 22% wool. And again, I used a K-hook, which is the exact same thing that I used on this one. Oh my gosh, guys, I didn't even show you. My mind is just everywhere. So I'm going to insert a picture here of the awesome ombre from Yarn Bee on the back of the couch, how it looks. And then I'll just show you right here real quick of how this beauty worked up. I did end up making it extra long, so you can, like, wrap it at least around once and then still have a substantial amount of ply and drapery. I get drapery. So yeah, so here it is. It is very nice. Very, very nice. I figured this will be like for summer, even spring. It's so lacy. And this yarn works up so nice. It's so drapey and it's still so soft. Anywho, back to the second one. Lion Brand Scarfie. Same pattern. And I used a K-hook on that one too. And I'll insert a picture here of what it looks like on the back of the couch. And then I'll show you here what it looks like as well. Now this one is not as long, obviously, because this is a number 5. Even though this has 312 yards and this one was 435. So this one will naturally have gone further and been bigger anywho, regardless of the weight. But I do love the way that it turned out. I think it is kind of neutral. It could definitely be unisex. I love it. So one row of her pattern is, I don't know if she considers it a popcorn stitch or a bobble stitch. I think a bobble might be 4 or 5 single crochets or double crochet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what she calls it. I forget, guys. I'm sorry. And then a row of double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And then the bobble or the popcorn stitch, whatever you want to call it. So that one is that one, and that one is also awesome. And you know, I really forgot how much I really do like and enjoy Scarfy. You know, it is a roving style yarn, which is why I love it in the begin with. It was my, you know, go-to roving style that I could find at, you know, local places that I, you know, when I first started out crocheting. It is the first yarn that I fell in love with that was also a bulky number 5. So those two things being, you know, the pluses. And let me even tell you, the two that I absolutely love is the magenta and black, and then there's a dark purple and black. Oh my god. Oh, and then there's like, I'm going to say that it's a teal. I don't think that it's listed as a teal. And then there's a teal and black. Oh, those colors. Ooh, mama. Okay, so then there's that one. So I showed you this and I showed you this. So now I was at home today. I do have to stop by every day to take care of Schmores, who's the other kitty, and check on the 6 chickens to see how they're doing. Because they're just chicklets yet, so I have to, like, you know, feed them and change the water and stuff, and, you know, just gather up new stuff. And then I stopped at home and I stripped everything and put everything in a bag to take the laundromat to clean everything, like my bedding and everything, all the blankets, everything. Like, I went through and, like, cleaned the whole entire house, like, detail cleaned it, just for when the stitches do come out and Indy can come home. I just cleaned everything, so everything is like 100% sterile for when he does come home. So again, I blind grabbed out of that tote again today because, again, I didn't make it up here. So I just started this today because I finished this one today, this morning. And now it's like, I don't know, 12:30 at night on, I guess, technically Monday morning, but really Sunday night. So I blindly grabbed this, and I'll go over the specs of this with you. And I didn't bring the label. It is at the hotel. I'm sorry, but I did remember what it was called, and I found it on Google. It is Loops and Threads Creme Cotton. Now, when I was looking this up, or cream cotton or creme cotton, whatever you want to say, it's C-R-E-M-E, not C-R-E-A-M. I'm going to be a little fancy and say creme. Whatever, right? Potato. So I was looking it up on YouTube because I remembered it was Loops and Thread, but I didn't remember what the yarn name was, but I remembered it was cotton. So I was looking it up, and I don't see that they have any more of these stripes, or I'm gonna go with stripes. I didn't see that they had any more. All they have is solids. I also saw that they were on sale right now for the solid colors at Michael's. I think because this is originally where it came from, was Michael's. I think it was either $3.99. I'm going to say $3.99. So this way, if it is $2.99, you'll be surprised. And if I say $2.99 and it is actually $3.99, you'll be disappointed. So I'm going to go with the surprised. So I'm going to say $3.99. But I did not see that they had these colors anymore, which really kind of stinks because this was my original go-to cotton for wearables. And all they have that I saw was solid colors. So I might have an antique here, guys. An antique. Anywho, it's Loops and Threads Creme Cotton. The color I did remember, I think, was just coral. It is 200 grams, 7 ounces. Oh, it's a number 4, medium number 4. 394 yards or 360 meters. I am going to use one ball of it because that's all that I have left of this particular one. It is cotton. And again, I'm using a K-hook. That's the only one that I had with me. So I'm using it throughout. I'm not switching anything up. I don't want to think. I just want to take care of my baby boy and crochet. And again, this is the How to Crochet the Tea Leaves Scarf number 353 by Fiber Flux. So here is what I got done so far. And I'm just going to show you. I'm not going to insert a picture because it's really not that big. So that's it. And then here is what the ball looks like. So I still haven't gotten to this golden color or this white. So that is what I am working on. Guys, that's it. That's all I have for you. So I'm going to see, because I didn't even look at it yet. I didn't even read over it yet. I'm just going to blindly read here. Because I can definitely use some cleansing of my soul. My soul feels good because I did have a great time, and I got to meet up again with some awesome festival family members again, who we only get to see every once in a blue. We made some new family members. We took along some family members who it's only been their second festival, so we got to introduce them to more of the family festival family. I had a friend come in from Colorado. I got to see him again, which was amazing. So I can definitely use some cleansing of the soul from having such a great weekend to such a really low point right now with my little baby boy and his recovery. So I can definitely use some freeing of the soul right now, something to meditate upon. So I do believe that we are on okay, so yeah, we already did January 5th because I just got the ping pong balls for the and I have not even touched the ping pong balls and the yip yips. I have not. I'll get there. I'll get there. It'll get done. Whenever it wants to get done, it will get done. I'm not rushing anything. I'm taking it day by day right now, guys. Okay, let's see. January, I'm sorry. This is Melody BT, Journey to the Heart, Daily Meditation on the Path to Freeing Your Soul. And guys, we are on January 6th. Embrace the unknown. Let me cleanse the palette here. Wet the whistle. Whatever you want to call it. Embrace the unknown. How boring would it be if we knew everything that was going to happen? Yet we are always trying to peek around the corner and see ahead. If we knew everything that was going to happen, we wouldn't need to experience it. There would be nothing to learn, to explore, or to gain. We'd stay in our heads instead of our hearts. So often, it's the surprise of the moments and hours, the expected twists and turns that give meaning to our journey and make our lessons become alive. You are connected to truth. You are connected to divine guidance. You can trust and embrace your guidance. That means that you will get all the visions, all the guidance, all the advice, all the knowledge, all the wisdom that you will need. Not too much to spoil the surprise. not too much to neutralize the lesson. Just enough guidance to let you know you are never alone. There you go, guys. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Thanks for sticking around. I know this has been a very odd video. I hope to get up here in the next couple of days with a little bit more content of just one pattern that I've been doing over and over again. Be safe, stay groovy. Until the next time, guys. Bye.